An undocumented immigrant accused of killing a woman in San Francisco has ignited a debate about so-called sanctuary cities. It's a term widely used by conservatives who say President Obama hasn't done enough to enforce federal immigration law on a local scale.
Well, they've turned a blind eye to the problem of sanctuary cities, and even the Obama administration has flip-flopped on that.
The actual definition of sanctuary cities is vague, but they're generally understood to be cities that don't necessarily turn over undocumented criminals to federal immigration agencies.
Did you keep coming back to San Francisco because you knew that they wouldn't actively look for you to deport you?
Yes.
Critics argue this makes them hotbeds for undocumented criminals.
Sanctuary city laws make our cities less safe and endanger Americans.
But most of the country's major cities can be considered sanctuary cities, and it's not clear if their crime rates are necessarily higher than non-sanctuary cities. Take, for example, Boston, a coastal city similar in size and population to San Francisco. By most definitions, it's not a sanctuary city, and yet its violent crime rate per 100,000 residents is only slightly lower than San Francisco's. Immigrants' rights activists argue the term itself is actually a holdover from a mid-80s movement to shelter Central American asylum seekers fleeing civil war, and its use by conservatives is a misnomer. Either way, nationally, first-generation immigrants, including undocumented immigrants, are actually less likely to commit a crime than natural-born citizens. The uproar over the San Francisco killing is understandable. The suspect is a convicted felon, and local authorities defied federal officials in releasing him. But it's not reflective of any national trend involving undocumented immigrants and violent crime. For Newsy, I'm Sebastián Martínez.